every division has a fighter that would, if they touch the belt, would absolutely kill that division in the UFC. I'm gonna go through every division and tell you who that fighter is who has a chance to actually win belt. And if they win belt, they will kill the UFC. Let's start off with what would make a bad champ, right? They're boring, they have no fans, they lack star power, and the most important one, they're problematic, right? Now, what's problematic? Well, let's start off with one of the most problematic persons out there, Manel Cap. In flyweight, first of all, 11 pullouts. 11 pullouts in his entire UFC career, which isn't that long of a career. He hasn't been here for 16 plus years. 11 pullouts. He has missed weight twice against Adi Osborne by 3 pounds and Matthew Nicolau by 3.5 pounds. And on top of that, this man is hanging tit. Hanging massive double D honkers out there, man. Seeing him knock out Royval was like, whoa, I can't believe it did. Oh, but he has that big old hanging tit. Right? Give this man a sports bra type tit, right? Now, there are other fighters I think would kill the division, but I don't think they're close to the belt, as close as Manel Cap is. Asu Amabayev. Asu Amabayev, I think he lost to Brandon Manel Cap too, right? Boring fighter, no fans, no interest. I think he would kill it, but I think Manel Cap's closer to the division. I don't think people like Brandon Royval, Brandon Moreno really have a chance to the title. I think the only person who could really kill the division, Manel Cap. I think next one, bantamweight. Look, might be controversial. Marab was a great champ. He was a phenomenal champ. He was active. He wasn't the most entertaining, but he got one finish, and you haven't seen much finishes in bantamweight as lately. Not much of a striker, but he tried to keep it standing for most of the fights until he got punched hard, and then he would wrestle, right? But he was active and he was exciting. The reason I'm saying that it would be him to kill off the division again, but he ever got the title back, is because the second he gets the title back, no more matchups. There's only no new matchups. There's only rematches. Him versus Sanhagen, Peter Yan, Umar. There's just all of them are all rematches that it would be in that division if this man becomes champ. Like, who's else is left for him? Like Song Yadong, Ayman Sahabi. There's not much people out there who he hasn't already beat, which shows his dominance, but also shows that if he gets that belt back after fighting Peter Yan for a third time, the division's kind of cooked. Now we have the GOAT back, but the GOAT who's a little bit like kind of boring. I would say he's pretty boring, right? He might be active, but he's also just he's cooked the division. He's cooked the division. So if he ever gets back to the belt, it's gonna be more than well done steak, right? Next one is featherweight. I almost said flyweight. Featherweight. Mazvar Evloev. Now the weird thing, I have another person in my hand. Him. He has the best chance to beat Volk, to beat Lopez, to beat even Silva, right? And the Leon Edwards, like, I forgot his name. Doesn't matter. He has the highest chance to be champ, but this man has not fought since December 7th, 2024. Over a year and a month. And is known for being very boring. He has no real star power. I have never met a fan of his. I don't want to meet a fan of his. I don't know if he has a big fan or following. I don't know his Instagram or whatever, but I doubt he has. He doesn't have any personality, right? So there's nothing to really get attached about. He's also a liar. He said he hasn't had sugar in like 17 years or whatever, and then he was eating a Pop-Tart. So he's a liar too. But he actively fights once a year. He has 11 canceled fights, and he has 0 finishes in the UFC. That doesn't scream star power, exciting, especially when you have Lopez and Gene Silva there. And another person I would say would kill this division is Yair Rodriguez. Now, I hate that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker with my guts. I hate Yair Rodriguez so much. I don't give a damn if he's a fellow Mexican. I don't give a fuck if he wears a cowboy hat. This motherfucker is such a crybaby little bitch with nepotism who would have fought Volk if Yair Rodriguez didn't get his arm injured or if they didn't have the fucking Mexican stadium ready for them. Like, it would have been so embarrassing to have him, who lost to Brian Ortega, a chubby Ortega, be champ. Like, it's just bad, but him and Yair Rodriguez will be horrible champs. I just think Mazvar Evloev is closer to the title. I think he's number 1 ranked and number 2 ranked. He's right there. I just think his inactivity is really killing, and his lack of star power would really kill the division. We've seen it before. We've seen it happen, and it would happen again if he loses, if he gets the belt, especially when there's really exciting contenders out there. All right, on to the next one. Lightweight. Look, Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje is a good fight. It's an okay interim fight, but if Elliot Tapora vacates that belt and we have either one of these goobers be champ, that division is kind of cooked, especially since Paddy Pimblett isn't even that active. He fights once a year since 2023. He had a couple fights 2022, but since 2023 up, the last 3 years, he's fought once. He's fought once. And Justin Gaethje has already lost to Max Holloway and Oliveira. And Paddy Pimblett probably already loses to the other top five, right? Armin fucks him up. Ilya fucks him up. Holloway fucks him up. Charles fucks him up. There's really no reason why this should be for the belt other than just timing, I guess. But the second I think one of these becomes the champ, they're just such divas too, man. They're just such divas. I would say Justin Gaethje might be worse just because he might retire with the belt rather than try to lose it to Ilya or Armin. Pimblett, he would be exciting because he has beef with everybody. Now he has new beef with Hooker. He has beef with Armin, Ilya. Like he has beef with everybody. The main reason I think is just because the lightweight has. If Holloway became champ, amazing. Armin became champ, cool. If Charles became champ, great. I think those are like. It's also just a competitive. Like these are the worst possible champs rather than like the alternative, which would be cooler champs. So I think whoever wins this one and becomes champ by default, if Ilya vacates, then these just I don't think it kills the division, but definitely lowers its reputation. Let's just say that. All right, on to the next one. Welterweight, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Like, I'm going to get hate for this. Shavkat Rakhmonov, I like Shavkat Rakhmonov. He has many finishes. He only didn't finish one guy, and Ian Gary is a cockroach to finish, right? He is hard to finish. You could tell by Carlos Prates having an ability to finish him while finishing everybody else. That's an Ian Gary thing. I don't take that away from Shavkat Rakhmonov. This man last time was in 310. UFC 310. That's the time. Last time we saw him, December 7th, 2024, along with Masvidal Evloev, right? He fought 3 times in 3 years, and welterweight's really good. Welterweight's really good. Just like lightweight, welterweight's really good. Like I wouldn't even complain if Carlos Prates becomes champ. I wouldn't complain if Michael Morales becomes champ or Islam stays champ. I just think this is the worst option just because of inactivity, and he's probably gonna stay inactive as a champ, and we don't need inactive champs. We already have enough as there is. So I think this is just a competitive weight class. And Shavkat would be a probably good champ. He would probably get finishes and stuff like that. He's not crazy wrestling, even though he wrestled his last 2. They were kind of boring. But besides that, he's an exciting person. He gets a lot of finishes. I wouldn't mind as a champ. I just think compared to the competition, again, just like last rankings, he's would be the worst off with inactivity. And inactivity currently is killing off the UFC. All right, on to middleweight. And that's Nasruddin Imavov. This man has no fans, no hoes, no bitches, no personality, and lost to Sean Strickland. This man is a blatant cheater. He eye-poked Israel Adesanya before knocking him out. He eye-poked Caio Borrajo a shit ton of times during their fight. Anytime Caio tried to get momentum or press, Nasruddin would just have his fingers out and ready to eye-poke. Cheater, no hoes, no bitches, no fans, no family. On to the next one. Light heavyweight, Carlos Ulberg. He has no fans, he has no hoes, no bitches, and no personality. Lost was to Kennedy Nzechukwu. Kennedy Nzechukwu beat this guy. But whatever. It was a tadpole Ulberg, right? On top of that, he doesn't promote himself. He doesn't have fans. He doesn't have enemies, which is almost as bad because Uncle Live was a boring champ. Uncle Live really killed the momentum of that lightweight division the second he became champ. But at least Uncle Live is an antagonist. At least he's kind of a villain and shit like that, right? Ulberg has no personality. Absolutely zero personality. What's his favorite food? What's his favorite color? What does he like to do? Who is he? Who is he? What's his nickname? His epithet? It's Black Jag. Why? I don't know. Do you? I doubt it. He isn't anything. Carlos Ulberg, I'm hungry, is a nobody. He's nothing. He's just boring, plain. Yeah, I want to fight. Yeah, I want to fight. Anybody. They give me anybody. He's just boring, man. And there's boring, like, Dagestani fans. But I don't blame them because they don't speak English. Ulberg speaks English. And he doesn't say nothing funny. Islam Makhachev still learning English. Hey, this man has more memes than Carlos Ulberg has wins in the UFC. Also, he is born in the cage. Let me not forget that. There might be a Jan Blachowicz thing where Jan Blachowicz just turns out to be not the most exciting fighter anymore. Carlos Ulberg has boring fights sometimes. That's really it. All right, on to heavyweight. Jailton Almeida. Now, he's not really close to the title, and I don't really think anybody really is. Volkov isn't really close to the title. Waldo Cortez Acosta is going to fight Derek Lewis, and the one of them is the next number 1 contender, right? Jailton Almeida is not close to the title, but If he gets there, if Tom Aspinall vacates the belt for whatever reason, and Jailton Almeida gets the belt, that division is done. Retired division. Dunzo. Keep it away from me. Jailton Almeida landed 9 strikes in the 15-minute fight against Volkov. 9 strikes. 15 minutes. I can't do the math of that, but that's batting below average. Your KD is shit. He's boring. He's the only pacifist fighter we have. Look at this photo where he's fucking getting dry power bottomed by Derek Lewis. This was the whole fight. This still image is like season 3 of One Punch Man, where this all of it. There's one thing being repeated multiple times, and it's shit. It was just shit. And he would be a shit champ. He would be a worse champ out there. On top, out of every champ that's out there in the division that could be champ or was champ or would be champ, Jailton Almeida in a different universe would be the worst. Without a doubt. That is who I'm hating. And that's about it. Look, let me know who you think every champ, what worst champ there would be. Out of this list, make your own list. Let me know. Also, do you hate Jailton Almeida as much as I do, or do you find his personality good? I don't know. Either way, like and subscribe. I've had fun. Hope you guys did too. Enjoy your day. Bye.